हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज़ निकिता एंड वेलकम बैक टू इंडिया नॉलेज नेटवर्क। जैसे कि आप सभी को पता है कि यूपीएससी इंटरव्यू 2021 शुरू हो चुके हैं। वी आर हियर एट यूपीएससी भवन और आज पूछते हैं हम स्टूडेंट से कि उनका इस साल का इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा और ये भी जानते हैं कि पिछले साल के मुकाबले इस साल का इंटरव्यू कितना मुश्किल था।
Hello, my name is Siddharth. I come from Karnataka. This is my fourth attempt and second interview. I'm a doctor by profession. Yeah, I completed my MBBS in 2018.
So as you said, this is your fourth attempt and second interview. So why you think you have not got selected last time, or this time what changes you have made and with what bang you have come for the interview?
Actually, last year my answers were not comprehensive to the questions they asked, and mostly I answered in like question and answer type. There was not much discussions. This time I have took some more mocks to have some discussions with them, and preparations wise not much based on some facts or something. I just focused more on my graduation background medical, because they had asked more questions last year on that. This year also it happened the same way. They asked me more about my medical background, so it was okay, I think.
So are you into medical practice right now, or you have just given up that for your preparation?
Actually, I am working temporarily for the past 2 months. Like after mains I used to work, then again I used to leave and prepare for prelims like that.
So what all questions did they ask inside?
Actually, questions were like mostly related to medical background, like COVID vaccines, and what will you do after being a civil servant regarding women and child health. And some of my hobbies like reading biographies, and I have written something like cuisines. They asked me something related to cuisines also. And my sport like kabaddi, regarding that they asked some questions. Mostly the questions were based on my DAF application.
So what do you think? How much percentage questions are covered from DAF?
For me, mostly the questions were from DAF. Personal questions only some, I think around 80% were from DAF, some 20% were from personal questions.
So what is your optional and what questions they have asked from your optional subject?
My optional was public administration, but I think they didn't ask me directly, but they combined my medical and public administration. Like after being an IAS officer, what policy or reforms would you like to bring in the women and child health care? Like they have linked it, not directly any questions from PubAd.
And what did they ask about Russia and Ukraine?
No, they didn't ask me any questions on current issues.
So what advice you want to give to the students, especially who are preparing for prelims and who have already given so many attempts? So what advice you would like to give?
My only advice is revise as much as possible with limited source and attempt many mock questions as much as possible. For mains, it's different thing. Like they need revision, but they have to practice more. Like we have to start writing answers more and more, so that we can complete the papers, and what the question is demanding, we have to prepare in that way. Interview, I think currently I can't give any suggestions, because if I clear then I can give any suggestions.
Thank you so much and all the very best.